Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chai Together. I am your host and founder, Prativa Day. You are tuning in for your cup of courage, hope, and imagination today. Today, we have a special guest, Miss Ria Rustagi, who will be sharing her expertise on mental health, meditation, entrepreneurship, and brain behavior. So if you're excited for this, I suggest you stay tuned in and let's all welcome Ria. Hey, Ria.
Thank you so much, Pratibha, for having me on your platform.
Yes, it's awesome. You're very nice.
Thank you. So are you.
So tell the viewers a little bit about you and what you do.
My name is Ria Rustagi. I'm 27 years old. I originally come from New Delhi, India, and I've traveled to Singapore for my master's and then to Germany for my work,
Wow.
where I ended up. So I am an engineer by degree, electronics engineer, and I work full time still at an MNC to kind of fuel my passion for entrepreneurship. I'm an electronics engineer, circuit designer for automobile sector over there, and I have my own startup where I am the COO and a mental health advocate. The startup is called Neuphony. We are developing a wearable neurofeedback device which tracks your brain activity and recommends you meditation and music to help you achieve the desired states such as sleep, get rid of anxiety, improve your focus, improve your memory, um, learning new patterns, and so much more.
So many people need this because my memory is not the greatest yet. So
Me neither, actually. I'm very bad with names.
yeah,
I'm not as good as a listener as I want to be.
yeah. But at least you're aware of it. It's the power of awareness.
Exactly. So that's the first step.
Wow. It's incredible. You're working for full time along with your startup. You know, you shared something personal that's coming up for you and so many different things. So in this time period, do you use your own product like for meditation, music?
Use, I need my product. I am the first customer of my product.
Wow.
I have been through trauma in my life. It wasn't very easy. I was living alone in Germany. My family was in India. It was a lot to deal with. I kind of cut down all my social network. I just wanted to be myself. I'm a very different person now who I was 5 years back. And I started to have few things, but I didn't know at that time what it was. Now that I study, I know that I was under trauma, because you never associate that, oh, something like life and death happens and then you go into trauma. You don't associate those labels, because those labels tend to push you a little off the edge, and then there's society. Now I can accept that I was under trauma, and I am actually. So I still see those things coming up. Like whenever somebody's sick, I go crazy. I start having panic attacks.
Mm-hmm. So
Yes, please.
is that what you suffer from? Like for the mental health aspect, is panic attacks?
Yes, trauma is something I have gone through. I have panic attacks. I have a lot of anxiety. I don't deal very good with uncertainty, which
Mm-hmm.
kind of results into anxiety, especially when it comes around the health. I
Yeah.
like to have a control, and it started after the incident in my life. So I realized that your life and your death, uh, these are things you don't have a control over. And then I tried to escape from that part to seek control over other things. And I started seeking control over my work. So my work has become my solace since the past 4 years. Whenever somebody irritates me, I kind of seek control in my work. Like, I finished my master thesis in 4 months, which people are
Wow.
not able to do in 6 months. But that's how controlling I had become at that time. Like, I was breathing and eating my
Mm-hmm.
work. And now that has become like my behavior. I wasn't like this. So I learned a few things good, and I learned few things not so good during that trauma phase.
So right now, you don't feel you're healthy. You don't have healthy habits.
Not happy. This is Yeah, I would like to change some of my habits. Like I
Yeah.
would like to be able to relax. I'm not like I actually push myself to the extent that I used to get like anxiety attacks
Yeah.
and panic, and I wasn't sure what that was. I wasn't accepting 2 years, 1.5 year back, that I'm a very stressful person,
Mm.
but I am. And now I can accept, now I know, now I have worked, and that's how I started using the product. It's like
Wow.
8-9 months before only talking so much to so many people, helping people, I started understanding that yes, I am also myself going through this. Like, there are few
Yes.
things with each interview I do, I start accepting new things about myself.
Yes, I always tell friends of mine who are in the entrepreneurship field as well, the more podcasts you do, the more you speak about it, the more you listen to yourself and know your story. And yes, and are able to share your story and it makes sense in your mind. So I
Yes,
agree with that.
this is very true, because this acceptance started coming when I started doing my lives,
Wow.
where I was talking to people about mental health, and they were like, I have been through trauma and I faced this. Because right now we knew things and we were creating a product, but we were not um, feeling that mental health issues ourselves. Though it's like this person in front of you is saying, yes, I have anxiety attacks and this is what it looks like. And I'm like, yeah, you do read it in the books what it looks like, but talking to a person, and then you're always thinking and seeing yourself in the mirror.
So do you know about Sadhguru? Do you follow Sadhguru?
Yes.
Does he help
Yes.
you with anxiety?
So I am a person, I don't like, I don't do good with guided meditation. As
Oh,
I
okay.
said, I am a person who likes control. So
Yes.
somebody telling me that, it is not, I don't feel comfortable in that zone. For
Hmm.
me, breathing and music is the thing which really helps me.
Yeah. So
So
tell
like
us the name
using
of,
this,
yeah. Yeah, tell us the name of your product and the history about it. I know you told me before.
yes. So the product name is called Neuphony. The company name is called Punktech. It's after my sister Pankhuri. So 4 years back, my sister had got a brain disease. Uh, so she had got a brain disease, and at that time, it was difficult to understand what is actually happening. So because generally with heart, with legs, with physical health, we know what is happening. You know that if your cholesterol is high, you will get a heart attack. But nobody tells you about brain. Why will you have a brain disease? And I was like, I felt helpless, and there were so many things happening. She had gone through paralysis, and we just didn't know what we could do, because there were so many things we could, like, as I said, the control thing. So we didn't know, and then she was in stroke ICU for 6 months. She had been through like a lot, and after that, in November, unfortunately, she passed away. After that, I started to kind of understand what is brain, what is happening. I start to read, is there a solution to the problem she has got? And I was looking for people who are getting better, but people getting better kind of helped. And then it also used to make me sad that why wasn't this medicine there? Why wasn't this diagnosis available at her time? All these things were happening, and then I myself started going into this. So my fiance now and my boyfriend, he was always passionate about entrepreneurship and creating consumer products which could help people. So he wanted to work on brain because he was there during her phase, and I told him that I clearly remember that conversation, that if you want to create something for brain, then create something which helps people understand what is actually happening. Because the family is what, as me as family, I wasn't able to understand what is happening in her brain, because she was awake, but we were not aware of what she is going through. So we wanted to create a device which helps bedridden patient communicate with their families, or let the family understand what emotion the patient is going through. So when we started to work on that, we realized that that is something very big, and that would actually require a lot of effort and a lot of research, like around at least a minimum of 5 years. And then we thought that let's start with the very basic level of brain. And then we started understanding what is stress, what is anxiety, what are panic attacks, mental health disorders, and how using a wearable device, we can help people face the very first step of brain issues, which is stress and anxiety. Because what happens is, what if I am feeling stressed right now, my body has been feeling this for the past 1 year. If I don't take care of it for the next 1 year, this will result into anxiety, depression, and into issues in my body, like maybe cholesterol, maybe heart attack, maybe stroke, maybe disorders and diseases. So we have to first eliminate the stress induced disorders and diseases. So we have to help people kind of take care of the stress at the very early level. So that's how we created New.
Wow. Firstly, I'm sorry for your loss about your sister. Was she younger than you?
She was my elder sister.
Wow. So how long
3 years elder than
now?
me. It's been 4 years now.
Mm-hmm. How you feel?
I I I very frankly, like, some days I feel like, oh, like, why did this happen, and this should be the end of the world, that kind of feeling. And some days I feel like I actually closed my eyes and I actually saw her. It doesn't feel like 4 years. It actually feels like yesterday, you know. This is
Mm-hmm.
our room where I'm sitting right now. For me, until like now, I never slept in this room. For
Wow.
4 years, I'd never slept in this. I
This
couldn't.
is
Like,
this is her room.
she was 3 years elder to me. Yes, this is her in my room
Wow.
where I'm
Yeah.
sitting right now. So we always shared a room. Like, your sister's 3 years is
Yes.
not a very big difference. So you all kind of feel like at par. And I was the mature one. So everybody always thought that I'm the elder sister because I was the boring one and she was the fun one. But yeah, so
That's
I
great.
feel okay.
Mm.
I feel okay. Like,
And it's okay to have fluctuating days. It's normal. We're human. I wanted to say,
exactly.
so your background in engineering, so that has really catapulted you creating the product because you need the engineering
Yes.
vision. Wow.
Yes.
When I first spoke with you, I was so surprised and taken away by the fact that firstly, I didn't know your age. I thought possibly you're younger, even like as in a teenager, possibly.
Yeah.
And I was so
Yeah.
yeah, I was so taken away by the fact that you created a product, you invented something. So, as you say, with
Hmm.
sister's loss, you know, you have the fluctuating days. Also, it's incredible the positive thing that came from it. You did something about it, you took action, and you created a product to help other people who may have the same disease or something else. And now you can help more people. So,
Yes.
it's as if she sacrificed, she had that, you know, it's unfortunate, but that sacrifice led to possibly saving more lives, you know? I think that's the most incredible part.
Yes. So, like, that's why I've dedicated the company. It's not just this year's sacrifice. Like, I felt we always used to share the same room, and
Mm,
I was like a child who always wanted to study and no music, nothing like that. So I was the boring one, as I said. So, and she was the fun one. So she compromised even as a child, because if I wanted to study, she had to go out of the room. She never had the things she wanted in the room because Ria is always studying. And whoever I am, whatever I am, is actually more than my parents compromise. It's her compromise, because she was a child. You know, your parents compromise for you, but your sister doesn't have to. You know, that's not
mm,
how every household is, and she did
yes.
that. And she was not, because then there are siblings who are like your mother, but then they become your mother and they're not fun. You know, and
Yes.
so she was both. She helped me check out boys. She taught me how to do that, but she also compromised for me. So she was like the best of both.
I have to say, I'm really enjoying this conversation with you because it's just so invigorating. Like, it's refreshing. Ooh, chai together.
Yes.
Is
Thank you.
it because I told you to bring a cup?
Yes, yes. It was a very hectic day of work. I need my team.
Wow. Wow. So I want to know more about what are you doing now with the company? So Is the product being sold in stores at this time?
No, so we have pre-launched the product right now. It's available on our website. The official launch of the product will be in January. So like we have launched the product in India and Europe. But we are getting a lot of traction from the US because that's where people are very aware about neurofeedback and meditation and music therapy. So there people are actually using this and seeking these tools.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No. So in India and Europe, we have launched this product. We are the first Indian product for a brain. Wow. We are the first German product because we designed in Germany. We are manufacturing in India. So we are bringing the best of both worlds together. And it uses meditation and music techniques to kind of rewire your brain. It actually changes your structure. And in the mobile application, you can actually see this music has had this impact on my brain. So it's when you feel your mood changing, your brain is changing, because what is your mood? It's like a chemical reaction.
Yes.
So the chemical reaction happens because your brain is changing and something in your brain is kind of moving and changing. So that's how it actually goes.
I'm excited to share this information on all of my platforms with everybody I know. And this is so big. I feel I haven't had an inventor on my channel yet, and this is so big. How do you feel?
Thank you.
You did this.
I feel very great. Yeah. So right now it's very big, and the love and support we are getting from people from all across the world. Like yesterday I had a live which was with the person in Korea, and he's working on neuroscience and meditation. And today from United States in the morning it was somebody with in Spain. So I just feel like I feel great, like right now we are not like financially big, sold these many devices, $1 million company but that's not what I was seeking. I was seeking connections and networking and support and help. So this feeling like gives me like a very nice a feeling of gratitude, basically.
Wow. Yeah, and what you're seeking is seeking you. So that's why that's happening. And as long with the finances, it's going to be big. It's going to come because what you're doing is very unique, and it's really important. So I want to know, do you have a meditation routine on a daily basis? Like how often do you use the device?
I use the device very often now. It's daily, basically. So earlier I was using it every second day. But since we have pre-launched our product, that is August, my anxiety has taken a very big loop. And then since then, I actually have become very, not dependent, but I rely on my product. So in the night, I always use the product 15 minutes before my sleep. Like it kind of, otherwise what was happening was I wasn't able to sleep until 2-3. I had to get up at 7, and this was kind of causing me I've always felt tired. And with the work I do, I cannot be tired, I have to be energetic, I have to be creative, I have to think on my toes, and that kind of thinking will not come if I'm tired. So my brain has to be well rested. And for that, I need to have like 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Like for me, that is very important. Like I'm a superwoman if it's 8 to 9 hours, and if it's 6 hours, I'm not a very sweet person.
I learned yesterday, Jeff Bezos, he said he needs to sleep 8 hours. He sleeps a full 8 hours. Jeff Bezos of Amazon.
Yes, I know. That's how it has to be, because if you don't sleep, so if you are not sleeping 8 to 9 hours, that's the first strong thing you're doing with your life. Like no matter how much work you have, like I'm pretty sure like Jeff Bezos is like, he has a lot of work, but if you're not sleeping 8 to 9 hours, you're on a long term kind of causing your brain to collapse.
Of course.
So it's like a very short term success.
Not everyone agrees with that, because I know Sadhguru had said that you can still have a great amount of energy on, I believe, 5 hours or any less time for students too, but that's with meditation and practice. It's not something that comes overnight. Everyone's different. Um, so there's, entrepreneurs who wake up 4, 5, 6 a.m., 7, some 8. And then there's people who don't necessarily follow that routine, like in order to be successful. So everyone's different.
Yes, so you don't have to wake up at a particular time. It's just that your body has to be well rested, and
Yes.
everybody's well rested might be different. So that's exactly what we say. That one
Yeah.
size does not fit all.
Yeah.
But on an average, if we say 7 to 8 hours is the thing, but if you are like sleeping 4 hours, I would recommend you definitely to use a neurofeedback device, because that will tell you. Because sometimes I feel right now 4 hours is good, but 1 year of 4 hours sleep will then cause, it's like overusing your electronics and then your circuit gets short.
Wow.
It's like that. You're using all the, so like your portable charger, your battery charger has actually some lives. It can charge and discharge your phone. Basically. It can discharge and charge your phone. So if you use 4 hours of sleep for a year, it will actually cause your brain to be less compact. And this will, you will not know this now. You will know this after 2 years. So then you definitely need a neurofeedback device.
I agree with that, because then you're deteriorating over time. We're all dying, but you're basically worsening your condition. Wow.
Yes. You're bringing new conditions, basically. Like, even if you don't have a condition right now, you will create some conditions for you. It's like not working out for a year. It's like not working out for a year. You're not causing any issue like right now, but every calorie, every kg counts and becomes like a long-term thing then.
So I'm in my last semester for university, and we were stating in my ethical comm class that, in our lifetime, everyone's going to have a mental or physical health condition. At some point in your life, people are bound to have that, whether it's when you're younger or older age. So there's really no escaping it, but we can just do our best to do what we can. And it's really dependent on us and our environment and our mindset. I just find it fascinating that how much you love to study, because I like education as well, but for you to study and then apply it, because a lot of people don't apply their education, you just get the degree. And then if your degree is not with the same job, you don't remember anything. So you were stating about memory. So has this product helped your memory as well?
So I am working on it. So for me, the first challenge I was facing was sleep. And what sleep does is, lack of sleep does is, it actually impacts my memory. So I have actually seen in the past 2 months, when there was like a rise, like a fall, where I wasn't able to sleep at all. It was causing my memory to lose. But this device overall, so 2 jobs full time. So there I'm an engineer, and that's my, let's say, priority, because somebody's paying to do me for me to do that work. So I have to be kind of mindful, and I have to remember every work there is, every name there is in my team. And here I have to take care of like 20 departments at a time. I am the marketing head, I'm the finance head, I'm the operations, I'm the sales, I'm the production. So here it actually has improved my memory, because I can take care of 2 independent entities completely and have a life. I have a personal life. I am talking to my parents every day 2 times still. So this definitely helps. Like, this is why I was firstly using the device, but then I started having some sleep issues because of new work and new stress. And then I started using the product for sleep.
Do you have the device with you to show?
No, actually, right now I don't have the device. We had sent it to the lab for some fixing.
So explain it to me. Is it like a bracelet? What is it? I've seen it
so
before.
It's like a headphones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like a headphone. You just have to like fit in and then connect your mobile app to it.
Wow.
It's like a Bluetooth headphone.
Yeah. Congratulations, Ria. At
Thank you so much.
26, you're doing this. Most people don't put action for their ideas. Like, they're so fearful. And, the fact that you've always been this way about studying and, getting the work done. And I understand the controlling aspect, and I don't believe it's healthy. However, I do know a friend or two who also has high anxiety. They're doing their doctorates and just always stressed. So a lot of people can use this device and they don't necessarily want to meditate, sit down and meditate. And they say it doesn't work for them. Does that work for you?
So that's the tricky part, because what is meditation? Meditation is actually, let's say, a mental workout technique. Okay. And you can meditate in a lot of ways. You don't have to sit. There is walking meditation. There is open eye meditation, where you're staring into a product,
Yes.
into an object. You can listen to music. You can go for therapy. What is therapy? Therapy is equal to guided meditation. Because in guided meditation, somebody will tell you, let go of your thoughts, relax, take deep breaths. And even in therapy, the same thing happens. The person will tell you to relax and then talk to you and then take things out. Both the things are same. So meditation is just a technique, and you can use different ways to cater that. Basically, it can be music, it can be deep breathing, it can be guided meditation or therapy, it can be walking, it can be cooking. That is meditation. People don't actually understand the meaning of meditation. In India, people take it to a spiritual level. In the West, people take it to mindfulness level, that you have to just sit down, close your eyes, and like just not think of anything. Ironically, that's the opposite of meditation. In meditation, you actually have to think. Whatever is coming, you don't have to suppress it, you don't have to accept it, you just have to let it be. You have to be okay with things being there. You don't have to control, let it be there. That is meditation, and people don't understand that. That's why we bought a very fun tech way, a tech product where you can actually do body scanning, where you're thinking, like focusing on the body parts, where you're focusing on physical objects. You can choose all of that in the mobile application. Breathing techniques, body scanning, music, you can choose all of that in the app, and then just see how this changes your brain and what works for you and doesn't.
I'm really interested in this product. I shall try it myself.
Thank you.
Yes, I
You
should.
definitely should. And it's not just for anxiety, stress, or depression. It's for also for individuals who want to improve themselves. Like,
Of course.
so many times my friends have said that something is bothering me. I am not really aware why that is, but it has. What I can see is that I'm not able to work as efficiently. That's what they see, but they don't. That's your conscious mind. You don't know what's subconsciously affecting you. There's something which happened which is impacting us. Like, a lot of people told COVID, what didn't impact us, it just, I didn't feel like working. Then it didn't impact you, right?
Yes.
So people don't want to accept that they get bothered.
Do you know Bob Proctor's stick person?
What? No.
Proctor is? So it's like this is your body, right? So this is a circle. So halfway up is our conscious mind. And that's where we think in our dreams. And then this part is subconscious, and that's your emotions and feelings. And the rest is vibration and body. So that's how he explains it. And then when you put it into action and you get the results, it's because what's happening here in the subconscious coming out in the body and your actions.
Yeah,
I like
exactly
that. And you're so educated and so knowledgeable about all of this. So did you just research it, or how did you learn these things and conclude these, explanations?
So my partner, he is the neuroscience part of the company. So he is also an engineer, but he started learning about neuroscience. Wow. So he used to study all of this, and he used to kind of tell me stories, because that is something I relate to. And then I used to study a subset of that and then talk to people. Like, I believe in real studies in communication. So like, I started doing my lives because I wanted to understand and see what people are going through, because I think that 1 hour taught me I couldn't learn in like a week, because I'm talking to a person, I'm learning whatever he or she has gone through in their life, and whatever knowledge they have gained. So I, in my platform, I talk to neuroscientists, psychologists,
Wow.
therapists, depression survivors, and then I started correlating everything. I have read a lot of things, but not from a science point of view. I have met a lot of people in this industry, and then I try to gain information from them.
Wow. So when you speak about your product to, let's say, people in India or someone you just met, what are their reactions usually?
Actually, very frankly, I can, in 2 years, I think I have only found 5 to 10 people who don't understand the product at all, and they are scared that the product is sending some energy into their mind. So only
Skeptical.
5 to 10, exactly, only 5 to 10 people across the world, both in Europe and in India, I found people like this.
Wow.
But a lot of people were, that's the best part, that we don't have we are still in the production phase, but we are getting a lot of inquiries, and people are very inquisitive about it, and they want to know if this product can solve all of their issues, diagnose issues, improve their life,
No.
so they are kind of dependent on this. But this is not what we want to do, because I am not using any artificial way to change your brain waves. I am
Yes.
training your brain that after 5 weeks you will say that I had an emotional thought when I was in a board meeting, and I addressed it, and I let myself control it, and I didn't behave in a manner I shouldn't have. Like, it can be a board meeting, it can be shouting on your partner because something bad happened at work, or shouting at work because something bad happened at office, or the other, any way around, basically. So this
Mm.
is what the product does, that you have to get a hold of yourself by letting that control go.
I do agree that the thinking, in India, not possibly by all, I know it's more modernized now, right? Like the generation has changed, but the thinking that, uh, that negatively, that it's doing something to me, or wanting that one fixed solution, that is this going to fix everything, my body, my pain. It's like, no, because it all starts with practice and in the mind. So this isn't
Yes.
something, it's not magic. So that's
Yeah.
not it. People want like a magic like a magic pill, some kind of magic. It's like, no, you have,
Yes, they want instant solution, basically.
yes, no.
People don't want to so this is what is sad, because people don't want to be held responsible for their actions.
Yes.
And then they want to have, let's say, an explanation for everything, and now they want a solution for everything, and that solution has to be instant. And that's why Indians stopped using Ayurveda or homeopathy, which are the best things India could have
Yes.
provided to the world. They stopped using because they wanted instant help. Like, it can be due to the different issues and different struggles people in India have to go through, like financially, economically, socially.
Mm.
But yeah, that's not the right way to do it. Like, we have to work on ourselves. Like,
And especially you being an entrepreneur and me being an entrepreneur too, it's not overnight. It can take 5 years, 10 years. You don't know when, you're going to skyrocket, when profits will skyrocket, no matter what it is that your goal is. But that's the thing that separates from the average mind to entrepreneurs, that 1% of people. And you have that mind because you already invented something. So those
yes.
people you were talking to, you don't always want to stay associated, learn from them, but you don't want to stay associated with them because you don't want to them to project their thinking onto you if you always listen to.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yes, and that can be, as a matter of fact, that can be anybody. That can be your family. That
Yeah.
can be anybody. Because, like, when I tell my parents or my friends that you're going through this, you need to deep breathe and things will get better. And then sometimes they just laugh. And I'm like, oh my God, I just think that even doctors' parents laugh. Laugh that, oh, you don't know anything, that kind of thing. But I think that's very normal when it comes to Indian households.
Man, this was great. Tell everyone, is there anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
I would, if anybody thinks that this is the product they would like to seek information about, if this can help them, if this is something they want to know more about, if this can solve their problems or not, please reach out to me via my website www.neuphony.com. We are here to help people. We didn't invent this to kind of make money. We have to do something. We just created this to help people. And if you think your friend, your family, your relative, your parents, or your kids need this product, then please reach out to us. Thank you so much.
Tell them about your website and your social medias.
Yes, so it's www.neuphony.com. You can reach out to me on my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter handles. I also have mental health with Ria, where I talk, I remove the business aspect, I remove the product aspect, and I start talking about brain, meditation. I bring experts from different part. We just talk, chat, and communicate about mental health and what it looks like. So you
That's
can reach out to
amazing.
me at any platform.
It's amazing. I'm going to leave all your info below. Thank you so much for blessing Chai together. You are so incredible. And really, I want everyone to watch this because it's so informative.
Thank you so much, Pratibha. Have a nice day.
Too.